We all dream of growing old with grace, watching the sunrise with someone we love, holding our grandchild's hand, waking up at 80 with strength, clarity, and purpose. But for many, this dream quietly slips away. Not because of loud, obvious diseases, not because of dramatic accidents, but because of silent killers, hidden health reasons that slowly, almost invisibly, steal years from your life while you're still breathing. Here's the truth. Reaching 80 shouldn't feel like winning the lottery. Yet most people don't make it there with their minds sharp, their hearts beating strong, or their bodies still capable of carrying them with dignity. And it's not because of fate, but because we ignore the subtle warnings. Today we uncover the 6 hidden health reasons that silently sabotage your longevity. These are things no one talks about at the dinner table. Doctors don't always warn you. Your body whispers the signs, but we're too distracted to listen. This isn't about fear. This is about truth, about reclaiming your time, about protecting your parents, your grandparents, even your future self. By the end of this video, you'll see aging in a whole new light. You'll have the knowledge to fight back, to make the kind of changes that might add not just years to your life, but life to your years. If you care about living fully and helping the ones you love do the same, watch till the end. Because what you're about to hear could change the way you age, forever. Number 1, the silent killer of purpose, chronic loneliness. At first it sounds emotional, maybe even poetic, but chronic loneliness is not just sadness. It's a biological attack on the body, and it's taking down our elders in silence. The data is chilling. Loneliness increases the risk of premature death by up to 45%, a greater risk than smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's not just emotional distress, it's physiological warfare. The stress hormones it triggers, cortisol, adrenaline, go wild, constantly spiking, weakening immune responses, elevating blood pressure, and accelerating cellular aging. Imagine an 82-year-old man sitting at home. His phone doesn't ring. The TV drones on. He hasn't spoken to anyone in 3 days. You think he's fine, but inside his heart is breaking, literally. His body is screaming for connection, and no one hears it. Loneliness shrinks the hippocampus, the memory center of the brain. It reduces sleep quality, it dulls appetite, and worst of all, it destroys the will to move. And when motion dies, so does the body. We often believe aging is physical, but one of its deadliest forms is emotional decay. The kind that happens slowly, when people stop being seen, heard, and touched. What's the solution? Purpose, community, presence, regular phone calls, deep conversations, group activities, a reason to get up. Even small daily rituals, like walking with a friend or tending to a garden, ignite the body's life systems. Loneliness isn't solved with noise. It's healed with connection, authentic, intentional presence. And for the elderly, that presence could be the difference between another vibrant decade or fading away in silence. Never underestimate the power of companionship. It's not just comforting, it's life-saving. Number 2, the slow burn of inflammation, the hidden fire inside. You don't feel it, you don't see it, but inflammation is a slow, invisible fire, and it's burning through the bodies of millions every day. Most older people don't die from one big disease. They die from 1,000 small battles inside their bodies. And at the center of it all, chronic inflammation. Inflammation isn't always bad. It's your body's natural response to injury or infection. But when it never shuts off, it turns from protector into executioner. It quietly damages arteries, leading to heart disease. It breaks down neurons, leading to Alzheimer's. It even fuels cancer growth, joint pain, and diabetes. And here's the dark truth. You may be feeding this fire every single day. Sugar, processed foods, lack of sleep, stress. These are not just bad habits, they're matches thrown into a dry forest. Take Joan, 75, who wakes up with swollen joints and brain fog. Her doctor says it's just age. But what if it's the chronic inflammation from decades of processed food and silent stress? This fire ages your cells. It makes healing harder. And worst of all, it doesn't scream. It whispers. Until one day something breaks. But here's the hope. This fire can be extinguished. Anti-inflammatory diets, rich in berries, leafy greens, nuts, fatty fish. Regular movement, deep sleep, managing stress through meditation, nature, or breathwork. These are not luxuries. They are necessities for long life. Inflammation is the villain behind the curtain. If you want to make it to 80 with a clear mind, a strong heart, and a body that still obeys your will, put out the fire inside. Number 3, the forgotten epidemic. Muscle loss. After 60, when people think of aging, they think of wrinkles, gray hair, maybe a slower pace. But the real enemy? It's not what you see, it's what you lose. And what you're losing is muscle. After age 60, most people lose 3 to 5% of their muscle mass every decade. It doesn't sound like much, until the day you can't stand up from a chair, or catch yourself from falling, or walk across a room without feeling breathless. This condition has a name, sarcopenia, and it is one of the top reasons older people lose independence and die earlier. But the problem isn't just physical. Losing muscle means losing metabolism, which means fat creeps in. It means blood sugar regulation tanks. It means balance goes. It means freedom disappears. Imagine Helen, 78, once a nurse, now struggles to lift a grocery bag. Not because she's sick, but because no one told her that muscle is medicine. That strength training is not just for the young or the vain. It is for survival. The truth? Your muscles are your insurance policy. They protect your joints, stabilize your body, fuel your energy, and even prevent cognitive decline. The answer? Resistance training, even twice a week. Bodyweight squats, light dumbbells, resistance bands. It's not about building bulk, it's about building function. And protein matters too. Most elders eat far too little. Without enough, your body can't rebuild. Think 1 gram per kilogram of body weight daily. Don't wait until you're weak to realize how strong you need to be. Muscle isn't vanity, it's vitality. Keep it, build it, and it might just carry you well past 80. Number 4, the dangerous decline of sleep quality. Sleep isn't just rest, it's repair. It's the body's sacred time to rebuild, detoxify, and reset. And when we lose sleep, we lose life. As people age, sleep quality often drops. They wake more, sleep lighter, and in many cases they accept this as normal. But poor sleep is not aging, it's a warning sign. Chronic sleep deprivation weakens the immune system, increases risk of heart attack, leads to cognitive decline, and inflames the body from head to toe. Your brain has a drainage system, the glymphatic system, that clears out toxins only during deep sleep. Miss that window, and the toxins accumulate, fuels for Alzheimer's and dementia. Then there's the psychological toll. Poor sleep means more depression, more anxiety, and more emotional fragility. And without quality rest, even simple tasks feel overwhelming. Think of Jim, 81. He naps during the day, wakes up tired, forgets names, loses his balance. He's not lazy, he's exhausted. His body is breaking down because his nights offer no repair. Solutions exist, but few apply them. Avoid screens 2 hours before bed. Cut caffeine after noon. Create a dark, cool sleep environment. Meditate or journal before sleeping. Keep a strict sleep schedule. Even magnesium or melatonin can help regulate disrupted patterns. Sleep isn't optional, it's foundational. If you want to live longer, protect your sleep like your life depends on it, because it does. Number 5, the hidden damage of medication overload. We trust pills. We see them as solutions. But for many aging people, medication becomes a trap. By age 65, most are on 5 or more medications daily, a phenomenon called polypharmacy. But combining drugs comes at a cost. These chemical cocktails can cause fatigue, confusion, dizziness, and dangerous interactions. They can mask real symptoms, trigger new conditions, and even steal years of vitality. Meet Diane, 79. She takes pills for blood pressure, cholesterol, sleep, pain, and anxiety. But she feels worse than ever. Why? Because the side effects are colliding, silently sabotaging her health. The deeper issue? Many drugs treat symptoms, not causes, and once started, few are ever reassessed. Polypharmacy increases risk of falls, hospitalizations, and even early death. It also clouds the mind, mental sharpness fades, and the real person inside begins to disappear. This isn't an argument against medicine, it's a cry for wisdom. Every prescription should be reviewed annually. Lifestyle changes should be considered first. Nutrition, movement, stress reduction. Simpler regimens when possible. Less is often more. We must stop seeing pills as harmless. Every drug has a cost. If you love someone older or are becoming that person, ask questions. Get second opinions. Choose understanding over dependence. Because true healing doesn't come from more pills. It comes from balance, awareness, and responsibility. Number 6, the slow poison of emotional resignation. This might be the most overlooked killer of all, giving up. Not in a dramatic way, but slowly, passively, quietly. Many older people stop believing in their future. They resign, stop dreaming, stop evolving, and that mental resignation, it becomes a self-fulfilling death sentence. The Stoics said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." And science agrees. A strong sense of purpose can extend life by years. But what happens when that purpose is gone? When the world tells you that your best days are behind you? That's when decay begins. Not from disease, but from disconnection to meaning. Take Arthur, 83. Once a teacher, now alone. No goals, no new skills, no passion. He's alive, but not really living. But now imagine Margaret, 85. She paints every day, volunteers weekly, records stories for her grandchildren. She laughs, she plans, she still lives. What's the difference? One chose resignation, the other chose reinvention. Age is not the end of purpose. It's the perfect time to redefine it. Start a project, mentor someone, learn something, give something, seek awe, cultivate wonder. Your soul does not age, and if your mind stays alive, your body often follows. Don't let the world tell you you're done. You decide when life begins. Conclusion. Choose to live. The path to 80 and beyond is not paved in luck. It's built on choices, on awareness, on courage. We've exposed the 6 hidden health reasons why most people don't make it past 80 with strength, clarity, and dignity. Not because their hearts failed, but because they stopped listening to the whispers before the scream. Loneliness, inflammation, muscle loss, poor sleep, medication overload, and emotional resignation. Each one silent. But together, they can steal everything. But now you know. And knowledge is power, only if acted upon. So what will you do? Will you pick up the phone and reconnect with someone you've forgotten? Will you take that walk, eat that salad, lift that weight, question that prescription, reclaim that dream? Will you fight for your life, not just to exist, but to thrive? Aging is not defeat, it's evolution. It's an opportunity to live deeper, love wiser, and leave a legacy of strength and awareness. If this video opened your eyes, share it. Let someone you love hear this before it's too late. Comment below with one change you'll make today. And subscribe, because we're building a community of people who refuse to age in fear. We age not by years, but by choice. So choose to live, choose to thrive, choose to fight the silence. Your future self is waiting.